Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, Bisi Akpaida, every Wednesday on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it.
Hello viewers, welcome to the program Issues and Tissue on African Independent Television, AIT. On the program today we'll be looking at a very trending issue, which is the security situation in the states. Of course, the country at large is experiencing the insecurity, but in our states and those states, the issue of insecurity has become very, very worrisome. And on this program, we want to take a look at how the government have been able to, use a security architecture, which is the Vigilante group of Nigeria, to work hand in hand with other security agencies in order to fight the incessant crime occurring in the states. My name is Nosareme Uso. We'll be right back after the short break to deal more on this issue.
Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, Bisi Akpaida, every Wednesday on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it.
Alright, let us join the Vigilante Commandant in Edo State and see how this group of persons are fighting insecurity in our communities.
Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, Bisi Akpaida, every Wednesday on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it.
Alright, I'm in the office of the Edo State Commandant for the Vigilante Group of Nigeria. Good day, sir.
Good day.
Please, can we meet you, sir?
I am Shegun Frank Ewemade Mafidon, the State Commandant of the Vigilante Group of Nigeria.
Sir, the security situation in the country, in particular those states at the moment, in your opinion, how would you describe the situation in the states?
First, it's worrisome. It's worrisome because the security situation of the state is so worrisome that it gives us nightmare. It gave us sleepless night, and it is a thing that has really changed the entire system of the state. Has everybody in fear. Nobody can really sleep well in peace. So it's worrisome. It's worrisome.
What is your command doing to fight the spate of insecurity?
The command, we are doing a lot. But first, for now, what we are doing is we are not doing a joint operation. Now, those state government through the office of the SA on Security, Aruna, was wise enough to call all the various vigilantes group in the state and merge us together, which now form the Edo State Security Network. We are all doing a joint partner. Now everybody decides to come out and work together irrespective of our differences, because we see that the situation of the state is getting too worrisome. So we will train more of our men. We've deployed our men on the streets, deployed our men on the communities. Now the main thing is we try to work with the communities. because we understand that these people live in community. Whatever they do, they go back to the community. So we work with the community heads, the community leaders, and the vigilantes. We are community based. So we recruit people from community. So now with the support of the state government through this Edo State Security Network.
Okay, now since January, let's say January 1st this year till now, how have you been able to reduce the level of insecurity in the states?
I think that question is supposed to be directed to the Edo people. Now, in my own end of it, from the vigilante, we tag this operation party dance. Now, why do we target party dance? I gave an instance. Sometime in December, I was invited to a marriage ceremony. Now, marriage ceremony normally we know start as from 3, 4 proper. Now, I went there to 4 because I went somewhere before. Getting there, the marriage, they've closed. I went on to see the celebrants, only for them to tell me that while the event were going on, there was a robbery attack that happened, and there was information that the people were, so they have to rush the event so that everybody go back home. So this thing, and I look around, people no longer celebrate. Whether you like it or not, an average Edo man likes to celebrate. Average Edo man wants to work from Monday till Friday. But Saturday and Sunday, they want to go out, they want to celebrate. But the situation of the country, they're taking this away from us, from everybody. So this is why we target party down, bringing back parties to Edo again. Now, if the Edo people, like I said, the Edo people will be the judge of that, because on my own belief is that whether you like it or not, if you look at the situation between November, December, and early January of the state, the criminal, the things that we have, you will see that it has reduced. It has reduced compared to the killing, the kidnapping, the armed robbery, everything that we really, it was on the ramp. It was bad to an extent that you see these people walking from house to house in the street. But now, it is no longer like that. It has really reduced. Now, it has now become a situation where they now do hit and run. And still, we are after them. So, but I will really say this question should be answered by the Edo people.
I'm sure we'll get reactions from the indigenes to see how well the security situation in the state have been reduced, of course, thanks to the joint security network. Okay. Now, my next question is, the vigilante, are they armed officers? Are they allowed to carry arms?
The vigilante before now, what we were doing was only to gather information and feed the relevant authorities. But for some time now, the coming on board of this joint we now carry arms. We now carry arms just for the purpose of fighting these criminals. So for the purpose of fighting this criminal, for some time now, we now carry arms.
Okay, the vigilante carrying arms to fight these criminals, is it backed by the government, or you just decided we need to arm ourselves in order to fight insecurity?
First of all, what is the meaning of vigilante? It's a group of persons who took up arms to secure themselves. That's the first of all the meaning of vigilante.
This set of vigilante officers, how are they recruited? Is it, okay, I know you mentioned before that you pick them from the communities. Okay, are there special training that they pass through before they are officially recruited into the vigilante group?
Yes, there are a lot of rigorous trainings they undergo, and even after that, we continue to organize training, seminars, workshops. If time will permit, I will show you some of our certificates, which we've obtained training in Abuja, Port Harcourt, Lagos, everywhere. So it's a continuous training exercise. So, but once they are recruited, we send them for training, and then before we officially declare them as the members.
This Edo Security Network, or the vigilante in particular, how is it funded? How do you raise funds to take care of the officers that fight this crime? You know, do you pay them, or it's a voluntary something?
So yes, for now it's voluntary. That is the challenges we are facing. For now it is voluntary. Although there are still some communities, some well-meaning individuals who also assist. And there are still some local government chairmen who also assist. Like of recent, the local government chairwoman that gave us 3 Nissan buses and a power bike in which we work with. We also employ some of our men, after inaugurating the Vigilante of Eco chapter, also employ some of our officers. So the same way some well-meaning individuals support, but it is more of the voluntary.
Commandant, sir, you made mention of well-meaning individuals, local governments, but you did not mention the state government. Now, is there a package? Is there a financial package that the state government give to say, okay, let's help the vigilante? You can use this for the welfare of your officers?
I think for now we are told they are working on it.
So for now, you are told they are working on it.
Yes.
It means that for now, there's no package from the state government.
No, nothing for now.
All right, viewers, we are still discussing the security situation in the states. I'm sure Commandant Imafidon has been able to tell us a lot of things of how the vigilante operates in the states. But we still have other things to talk about. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore reigning topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, BC Akpaida, every Wednesday on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it.
All right, welcome back to the program. It's Issues and Tissues on African Independence Television, AIT. I'm here with Commandant Imafidon, the Edo State Commandant for the Vigilante Group of Nigeria. And we are discussing the security situation in the states and how the Vigilante have been able to render a kind of assistance to other security agencies in the state to make sure that the insecurity in the state is being brought to a minimum. Commandant, sir, now your officers, what motivation do they get to carry on with the work? So what encouragement do these men of the Vigilante group get to continue the fight against insecurity in the states?
Yeah, the number one encouragement is from God. God seeing us alive and protecting us in what we do. That's the number one encouragement. Then the greatest encouragement is this from the national item than the national pledge to Nigeria, my country. Now it is there. We are motivated because of the pledge and the hunger and determination to make our state great. Because we understand that most people doesn't have job. Now when there is industries and companies, most people will have job. So we are motivated with the fact that if we are able to bring security to our state, it means a lot of industries, a lot of development will come. So that is the main thing at the back of our mind. We are working to make sure that Edo State is secure so that investors will come and invest, then our people will be gainful employed. So that is the greatest motivation that we are having for now.
Now, sometime last year, I was around this Sapomba Road area and then Eweka Street of Sapomba Road. Now, I just passed through the road and then I heard that there was it was around like 5 p.m. in the evening, and then I heard that there were some boys robbing at that Eweka junction. Okay, and then people started making calls, calling the different security agencies. Yeah, and later on, I got to know that it was the Vigilante group that was able to fight
those boys, and they got them. There were about 3 of them. They got them and then handed them over to the security agent. But the arms you do make use of, how do you get them?
We have hunters. Okay. Most of our members from the communities, hunters, and most of those people who also already have a license arms by themselves before. So that is what we use. We use those ones that are licensed. They don't carry any arm that is not licensed.
Okay. But I'm sure you have challenges that you face. So what are some of these challenges?
First of all, logistics. Now there are many times, there are many areas, there are many people who call, who are on distress and make distress called out. We are not able to respond to. Because many of us, many times, we use our private vehicles. And at times when this vehicle breaks down, it's hard. So most of our problem is logistics. That's the biggest challenge we are facing, logistics. Then after that, then they take home. You know, at the end of the day, the good thing about Vigilante is that most of our officers, they also have 1 or 2 things doing outside Vigilante and other jobs doing. So we allow, so it's not like just caging them, we allow them to do other things. So that's also the law. But the truth is that many times, there are times you have to deploy some officers for duty for days, for weeks, for going back home empty-handed. You know, Madam will not understand. So that is also another challenge. Then again, the people. The painful part is that the people, these people who we are trying to protect. Now, I really understand the side of our superiors, the Nigerian police, what they are facing. Because the people at times, they don't understand. They always misunderstand this whole thing. Now, for example, you are asking people to stop. Now, normally, they're supposed to okay, stop and see what you want to do. But you see them, they begin to react negatively and forgetting that these people are also human beings. Perhaps somebody now imagine an officer you sent on a mission for days, or 2-3 days, have not been able to see the family, have not even had a proper bath. Then the person he or she is trying to secure, the same person are now also being rude and arrogant. At times it gets to them. So we also want the public to know that we are out there to help them. They should also understand that. So I think logistics is the biggest challenge we are facing, because there are so many things we want to do. There are so many areas we want to enter. We want to respond quickly at times, but the logistics is the problem. Because the main thing is this: people don't understand. People will tell you, no, Vigilante did this area. What we normally do is this: is that yes, Vigilante in area, for example, Vigilante within a go area. Now, what they do for us is that they gather information. But if we want to make a strike, we don't use them. We bring Vigilante from upper. So that because at times when this thing happen, the people are going to go back to them. Now I can't make them come arrest my pikin. Now I can't, forgetting that these people are only trying to say. So because of that, logistic at times is a problem.
Now, talking about the police, how do you describe your relationship with the police force?
Very cordial. I'm going to describe it a relationship between father and son. Now, the Vigilante are the babies of the police. The police have been so supportive, so helpful. Now, in all our trainings, you see they are always around to help us, to train our people, to lecture, to guide. And in fact, every success of the Vigilante is ascribed to the police. Because what people don't know is this. Now, the Vigilante is a community base. Now, if something is happening in Amigo Street, the Vigilante in Amigo Street will be able to identify these persons. These persons are from within this area. These persons are foreigners. They are not within this area. So it makes it easier for them. So because of that, the police tend to put the Vigilante forward. People don't understand. People interpret that and say, police, they say, no. What the police does is that, knowing that, okay, you know the terrain and you know the people, you'll be able to identify. So the police push us first so that we'll be able to then, before they come in. And so the relationship between the Vigilante and the police has very been cordial, and they really be helpful. they really be helpful to us.
The vigilante group, is it in every part of the states?
Yes.
We have 18 local governments in those states. Is the vigilante group in every of the 18 local governments?
Yes, we have our structure in the 18 local governments. Now, I as the state commandant, I have my executive who work with me. Then I have the 3 area commanders who handle the 3 senatorial districts.
Okay.
Then we now have the local government commanders and the executive before the wards and the units. So the vigilante is all over the 18 local governments of the states.
Okay. Now, tell me, what do you think the government needs to do more? What is that extra thing that you think the government needs to do to make sure that the insecurity in the state is totally brought to the very minimum?
It's for the government to realize that the state is not safe. Then 2, it's for the government to realize that in handling security, politics has to be put aside. There shouldn't be sentiments. Now they should be able to identify those who because there are thousands of persons who claim to be vigilante, but are they really vigilante? So the government needs to identify those who really have the interest of the state, the security of the state at heart. The government needs to really know those who are really, because many, you see them, they claim they are this, they are that, and when it matters most, they fail. Then after that, the government now needs to be able to, they've already brought us together. Now it needs to do more seminars and workshops. More seminars and more lectures, because before sending these people they must really be rooted. Then after that, the government must be able to know that these people we are human. Madam is at home. You must have something to take on. Then provide us with logistics, with gadgets, and empower us. Empower the vigilante. The vigilante law should be passed in this state. Most states have passed a law concerning the vigilante, and they are giving them results. So in all fairness, community police is the solution.
Now, you make mention of having vigilantes that are not real. Now, as an individual on the street, how do I differentiate between a real, for example, I'm driving and an officer stops me and said, I'm a member of the vigilante group. How do I know that this is really a vigilante officer?
That has been another challenge we're facing, because everything we do, these people who are outside there, they duplicate it. We come out with uniform, with the polo, the t-shirt, ID card. You see them, they duplicate all these things. But the good thing now is that very soon these things will be solved, because that is where this umbrella body, those two security network comes in. So we are already working on how to scrutinize and be able to know who is who, and there will now be some special tags and special where there will be some special things that will be added. But for now, I will not want to let the cat out until the government do what they are already planning to do, so that the people will really be able to identify. I will not lie you, there are really fake vigilante outside there.
Just give us your parting words for the people, the indigenous.
I want the people to know that the vigilante, they are your children, they are your brothers, they are your sisters. They are people from your community who is willing to help you. They are helping themselves and helping you. So I want the people to accept them, and the people to know that they are doing this thing for now on a voluntary basis. They should be encouraged. It will be very, very wrong of you now, the vigilante who is trying to help, you are still rude and harsh on him or her. So I want the people to understand that we are there for them. We will always be there, and they should always rely on us, because it is a cause we've chosen to follow, and we will do it with all our best.
All those community police, that is the vigilante, they come for the road, but at the end of the day, but those kidnappers, they stop. But when I say they stop, they are not coming out always. I will please, so that our government should help us to support those vigilantes.
To our own side of it, we do see them daily arresting some people along, pursuing some to the street and picking them up. So I believe that makes the crime rate on this territory reduce to number 0.
Vigilante for this area, they really try. They try well for here because even yesterday they come arrest one boy opposite this yesterday. They really do their work. You see their handwork here don't reduce crime rates, don't come down for this
Vigilante, they are working, they are trying their best. You see to that. But the remaining ones, they remain for the leaders, not for them any longer, but they try their possible best.
They try, but the arm rob I see they were even all the 26, the corner bus for here, but I mean this POS where they still rob. It was all day for us, but many houses almost 50. They still go rob for there.
All right. Now that is the Edo State Commandant for the Vigilante Group of Nigeria, Commandant Shegun Imafidon, who has been able to, give us some level of hope that yes, there is peace in our state, that yes, we can sleep with both eyes closed. And of course, from the reactions we got from respondents, you would agree with me that most areas now in our state is becoming very peaceful and very calm. We would like to plead with the state government to do more in making sure that our state is 100% secure for people to live in and for businesses to thrive very, very well. Of course, whatever it takes, even if, rendering more help, more assistance to the Vigilante Group of Nigeria, and passing a vigilante law in the states to make sure that yes, these people are given that autonomy to fully fight crime in those states. Well, for now, let us not forget to always be cautious. If you hear or you see anything that doesn't go well with you, report to the nearest police station. And of course, we have the hotlines for the vigilante group scrolling on the screen. You can pick any one of them and call to report any issue of crime in your locality or in the area where you reside. Don't forget, this is Issues and Tissue on African Independent Television. We are open for advert placements and of course for sponsorship. If you want us to extend the program time, why not? We can do that. Just reach us on our numbers scrolling on the screen, and of course connect with us on our various social media handles scrolling on the screen. Until we meet again, same time and same station next week, I am Nosareme Uso. Stay safe and have a wonderful day.
Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, BC Akpaida, every Wednesday on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it.